We are starting video number 4 of 8 in the BrailleSense Polaris Beginners Bootcamp. And today we are going to start part 1 of advanced word processing. The purpose of this video is to learn about the various menus within the word processor and the types of commands that are listed under each menu. The goal today is not to memorize all of these commands. It's just to learn your way around a little bit and learn about what you're able to do within word processing. We have provided a reference sheet in that it's in both the form of a Google Doc and a BRF file for your convenience, so you can just have a short hard copy document that you can keep handy if you so choose. Another great way to look up various commands that you might use within the BrailleSense is to just go right to the user's manual or help, which you can do by hitting space H. So again, it depends on what your preference is. Additionally, I would like to take a moment and just say that in this word processing video and the next one, in addition to the cheat sheets and the previously mentioned resources, I'm also going to be sharing some great lesson plans for educators that come from the Iowa Educational Services for the Blind and Visually Impaired. They just have really great stuff on their website for learning the BrailleSense Polaris, and they were a huge help to me, and I want to make sure that anyone interested in learning about this device knows about them. So thank you to Iowa. All right, let's get started. So for advanced word processing, we're going to talk about the menu options that are within the word processing menus. So when you do word processing on a computer, you typically have a bar that has different menu choices. They might have edit, review, file, view, insert, etc. With the BrailleSense, they have a similar concept of having these different menus, and you can scroll through it just like you would the main menu. And to get to it, you can press the F2 key, the function number 2 key, or you can do a space M for menu. So there's 6 different menu choices. You have file, edit, insert, go to, read, and layout. And to go between the menus, you can use the scroll keys and just move down to the menu option that you'd like. And then when you get to it, you can hit enter. And then if you want to go back a level within the menus, you can do an escape, which is press E with a space. And remember that will exit your menu. The first menu we're going to go over is the file menu. So within the file menu, you can do some different things with your document or your file, which is another word for it. You can create a new document. You can open a document. You can do a save or a save as. You can export it to Braille. You can close your document, like the current document that you're working in. You can print. You can go into settings. You can determine how you want to open the file. You can use the dictionary, which is awesome. And then, of course, you can exit. The second menu is the edit menu. And these commands are here to help you, just as it sounds, edit or make changes or corrections to the document you're working in. A big part of editing is selecting. And in our next video, I will demonstrate how to select text, but that is one of the commands within this menu. So you can start your selection, you can copy, you can paste, you can cut, you can delete, you can do a spell check, you can select all. Much of, if you're familiar with word processing on a computer, you have heard these terms before. And so it's really cool because you can transfer those skills to using them on the Polaris, which I think is super cool. So your next menu is the insert menu, and that's going to allow you to do things like insert a bookmark or jump to that bookmark or delete the bookmark. And then you can insert the time, you can insert the date, and you can insert something from a file. The next menu is the Go To menu, which allows you to, just as it sounds, go to different things. You can find the next instance. So perhaps like I want to find the word dog. And so I would type in dog and it would find it. But then I can also find the next instance of that word dog. And then you can also find like the previous instance as well. You can also do a find and replace within this menu, and that's another skill that I will be demonstrating in the next video. You can go to a certain location, you can go to a previous sentence, you can go to the next sentence, you can do the same page by page, and you can also go to the previous and next document, which is pretty cool. Then we have the read command, and so this is going to allow you to tell the Polaris how you want to read certain text and in different ways. So it gives you options to read text you've selected. So say you're editing a document and you've selected 2 sentences and you want it to read you only those sentences that you've selected. There's a command for that. You can read from the beginning of your selected text. You can read from where your cursor is. You can read from the beginning to where your cursor is, and you can read from where your cursor is to the end. You can do auto scrolling. You can also read your current paragraph, current sentence, current line, current word, current character. You can read your status. You can read your cursor position. You can read your character and space count. You can read your font information. So a lot of good read information. And then also the commands that are in the previous video, you are able to still use those within your word processing document, and you don't necessarily have to go through the menu to implement them. You can just enter the command. Then we have layout commands. Those allow you to set your font. You can do a Braille document layout. You can do a Braille paragraph layout. You can do a print document layout or a print paragraph. All right, so to wrap things up, practice, take your time, go through and explore these menus on your own using the skills and commands that we've talked about in previous videos. Keep your resources handy, you'll use them. And also keep in mind that there are a lot of commands listed. I just shared a lot of commands. There's a lot within your resources. You do not need to know every single one of these commands. I think that, and again, it depends on every individual learner and what their preference is. But oftentimes, I will teach students what they need to know, and then give them the tools to, as they advance their skills, if they want to do something within their device, they know how to go and look up what that command is. So take your time, try not to feel overwhelmed. This is a lot. This is a really powerful device, and there's a lot to learn. And try to have fun. Thanks for watching.